Okay, put the carving tools over here. I'm gonna put all these away. Put this guy back here. Oop. Okay. Hey, welcome. I am carving spoons. I'm going to see how many spoons I can carve before the sun sets in about an hour. I'm going to try to do a lot of these little guys because I really like the design of these little pocket spoons. So I'm going to try this. A little bit of a twist. Trying out this new carving kit. I bought the cheapest carving kit I could find. So I'm going to go ahead and try that out. Can you hear me okay? I just hooked my mic up. Hey, welcome everyone. Let me know if you can hear me down in the chat. I hooked my microphone after I started the live. Usually I don't do that. So I don't know if it connected right. I am carving spoons. I'm going to see how many spoons I can carve. See how many of these guys I can carve before the sun sets. I got about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. Love crafty people, respect. Thank you. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Awesome. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to try out the cheapest carving kit I could find on Amazon. 6.7. Get out of here. Cheapest carving set I could buy on Amazon because I wanted to test it out. Have not opened it yet. I'm going to be doing a full review on this later. But we're going to try her out today. Give it a good old try. Figured this would be kind of a challenge for me. Biggest challenge is figuring out how to open this stinking box. Can't hear you. Stop lying. Okay. Yeah, I got this woodworking set, Amazon. I think it was about 24 bucks. But it's got just about everything you should need to carve kuksas, carve spoons. So we're gonna see. We're gonna take a look, bring you guys down. All right. Can you really not hear me? All right, we're gonna try that. Did you guys really not hear me, or were people trolling me? Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to carve as many of these little guys before sunset. Got about an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to be using the cheapest carving kit I could find on Amazon. And we're going to see how many we can get done in an hour of these little guys. Put this in the front pocket, it'll be a little bit easier for explaining. First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and open all these up, take a look at what we got. We got a nice gouge. Where'd my box go? Keep all my trash together. I don't think I'll need most of these for carving spoons. But some of them, like this guy, this bent gouge, this guy will be awesome for spoon carving. I'm going to set him aside, actually. Oh, everyone else could hear? Oh. Okay, so if they're trolling, if you could hear me, I'm going to believe the people saying they could hear me. So I'm going to go back because you guys will definitely be able to hear me a little bit better. I appreciate you. All right, you guys hear me now? Straight chisels. I'm not going to be using any of the chisels, so I'm actually going to set them aside just going to go through and cherry pick because I don't have a lot of time. And we're going to do the 16 millimeter bent gouge. I think that'll be actually about it. We're going to use these guys, out of these bent gouges, to carve our bowl areas. Since this did not come with a knife, which is something that's pretty important, I'm going to go ahead and also use this little knife I forged. So, first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and find a piece of wood. I think this stuff's a bit too thin. Yeah, too thin for what I'm wanting to do. We're going to try out this piece. Start with this guy. Of course, I brought an unsharpened pencil. That's awesome. Fast forward isn't working. Oh yeah, okay. You guys can hear me now though, right? Unsharpened pencil, of course. Go ahead and sharpen it the old-fashioned way. Perfect. So we're going to take that little guy. I'm actually going to sharpen it a little bit more. Boy, it is windy today. Got that guy. We got a pretty flat area to start with. We're going to take our spoon. We're going to take him. We're going to say right about there's a good spot. We're just going to kind of roughly trace it. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's kind of the fun of carving, is everything turns out a little bit different. Try that. You guys can't really see that. Don't need it to be too nice. We're gonna go for that. I like to start my carvings with carving the bowl. So first thoughts, straight out of the box, these things do not seem very sharp to me. Yeah, definitely not very sharp, but we're gonna make it work. I do have the ability to sharpen this. Now we don't want these don't need to be very deep bowls. That's a mistake a lot of people make whenever they first start carving spoons, is they try to carve them like really deep. All right, we're gonna cheat. I'm gonna touch up these gouges a little bit because these things are really dull straight out of the box. 7, 8, 9, 10 on that side. We're gonna go from over here, do a couple light little passes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do a couple little passes on the back. Already tell that feels a little better. Oh, this is a different gouge than I was using to begin with. Well, I think these need to be like completely reprofiled. These things kind of suck. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real with you, chat. Yep, okay. Those need to be reprofiled. We're just gonna go ahead and start with my normal carving tools. Got a normal spoon knife. All right, 69 people watching, very nice. How's everyone doing today? Oh, I nailed a bug, I think. Whew. Just started doing woodwork? That's cool, heck yeah. Greetings from Sweden. Oh, thank you. Oh, your favorite woodsman. I appreciate that. appreciate your kind words, friend. Alright, we're going to go ahead. We're going to call that just about good. I'm just going to even up this side a little bit more. We're going to bring it back just a little bit because I took a chip out with that crappy chisel I started with. So we're going to see how many spoons. I might be able to get 2 spoons out of this piece, maybe 3. We got the bowl carved. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut this with a saw. I had a new saw I wanted to use. Of course, I did not bring it outside. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and come in and, well, yeah. Got all this bark on the outside. Annoying to cut through. We're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get after it, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and move some of these things I don't want to cut out of the way. I don't know if anyone here caught the last live stream, but I was carve a kuksa, and every time I try to carve a kuksa on my live streams, something bad happens. It gets messed up for one reason or another. But I'm gonna probably do another live stream tomorrow where I carve a kuksa. I would be doing my blacksmithing stuff, but I am broke and I don't have money for propane right now. God loves you. Oh, thanks, Missile Gun. That's a very, very positive message. I appreciate that. Damien, I'm doing well, Damien. Wow, there's a lot of people talking today. I appreciate it. Was doing okay with bowls. Try to make a fork. Tips keep getting broken. Any ideas? So I've made a couple of little wooden forks. The key is I would just do 2 tongs. I'll draw it out for you kind of real quick just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Here, perfect. So to get a successful spoon, I would kind of do this shape. I would just do a very simple, wow, that looks like crap, but you'll get kind of the idea. A very simple 2-prong there. And I mean, honestly, the pokey bits can be, the fork tines can be a little thinner than that, but just to kind of show you the shape. But that simpler shape is, in my opinion, a little better, and it'll be tougher. Oh yeah, sorry, I was going through the chat. Let's do a bowl, try to make fork. Yep, okay. How is the cameraman today? He is not here today, unfortunately. He's gonna kind of be here sometimes, but he's not gonna be all the time. He's probably at home with his wife right now. But as far as I know, he's doing well. Let's see here. Good. Everyone said hi, hello. Missile Gun said, I'm a chill guy. I am a pretty chill guy. I'm just a chill guy. We're going to try to get pretty close. I can kind of see a little bit of a... Yeah, just go ahead and break out this side. I think I can get another spoon from right there, but I don't want to keep chopping at it because, oh, my pencil, I'll lose that nice little chunk there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to come in from here, get down to the end of where I want this. And I'm using oak wood today. Stuff is pretty tough, pretty hard wood. Let me go ahead and just pop that off. Got another spoon blank there. Got this guy here, gonna refine him down now. I usually don't do this. I'll usually leave the whole piece really long because it makes it a lot more robust. So when I can carve a little bit faster and be a little more rough with it. Like this, usually I wouldn't use an axe at this point, but we're trying to see how many we can knock out. I'm probably going to throw some of these up on my Etsy shop if they turn out all right. You guys see what I'm doing okay? Let's see. What you making? I'm making spoons. Is oak better than cherry? No, cherry is definitely a much better wood. I just happen to have a lot of oak. Cherries are really good. Most fruit woods are really good for spoons and eating utensils because they don't soak up as much flavor, if that makes sense. Like from what you're eating. Like spoons, it's okay, but like you shouldn't have to worry. See, this is kind of why I like to leave my pieces a little bit bigger, so I have a little bit more to hold on to when I'm working with it. Oh, man, I should have eaten before I started. I'm getting shaky. But yeah. But cherry wood's really good, really beautiful wood. Very rot resistant as well. Oak is good. It's a hard wood. Cherry is also a lot prettier. I actually almost had a piece of black cherry I was going to start carving with, but it was a little too far gone. I have a cherry tree in my yard. One of the branches had died off. I'm going to let it hang out for too long before I took it off. Sorry about the sound of the train. I live right next to the train tracks, so something I can't really avoid. We got the general shape down. We got the bowl done. The spoon's done, guys. It's perfect. I'm lying. So we're going to start thinning it out with this axe. Sorry. Whew. Trying to remove as much material with this axe as possible. That way we don't have to use the knife for as much. I did not carve that bowl very deep, so I'm not very much worried about carving into where I carved that bowl. You can see how much thinner it is in the front than the back. I think I need to touch this axe up really quick. Just gonna hit it on the strop real quick. Yeah, oak is about the same. Oak, especially like this piece, this oak, this piece of hardwood here. So like, listen to this, guys. Hold on. Pull out my big boy knife. So listen, you got, I'm hitting some of the hardwood, dang. You got the outside sapwood here, dull sound, and then you got the heartwood. You can hear the difference. Because this is hard as, it's some of the hardest wood I've carved, and actually, I mean, I've carved this wood, which is desert ironwood, which really sucks. Hedgewood's also really hard to carve with, but got a chip in my axe. That's not fun. I'll have to like properly sharpen this later. I need a small carving axe. I'll probably have to make one day. I think that'll just about do it. I'm actually going to hit it with some of this. I got some sandpaper on this little strop. But yeah, I got a nice chip in here. And it's not nice, but I need to take a sharpening stone to that and actually get it cleaned up. Man, this train is long. Your axes don't really have to be sharp. They just have to be sharp enough. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Making sure to be careful never to raise my axe above my hand. So that's how accidents happen. Yeah, but cherry definitely will dull out your stuff. Oak will do the same, but cherry's much better for bowls and like anything for food, really. And it ages really well. Oak is a nice wood. It's just it's not the prettiest. I mean, it's like a really light color, which is nice if you want to do coal rosing, which I like to do coal rosing. I guess what coal rosing is, like this little decorative bit that I put on there. You just make a shallow cut with a thick tip knife. You put oil on it, and then you put like, you can either powder charcoal and do that, which is where it got its name, coal rosing. I think it means like coal writing or coal drawing or something like that. I'm actually gonna elevate this a little bit on this piece of 2x4 so you guys can see that a little better. Yeah, but oak's good for that, but cherry just by itself is naturally a more beautiful wood. Oak, in my opinion, is kind of boring. It's a good wood, it's just not very pretty. It's not like walnut or anything. I do want to experiment with some ebonizing, which I've seen done. All you got to do is put some steel wool in some apple cider vinegar overnight and let the steel wool dissolve. And you put it on there, and the acid and the iron iron oxides will stain the wood black. It'll turn black naturally. And it's really gorgeous. It's a really pretty process. I'm gonna try to do that with some of these. I'm gonna try to, if these turn out okay, these spoons, I'll probably throw them up on my Etsy shop, which is the same name as my channel. I mean, I don't have anything up there now, but I feel like this will be a good way to get the shop started. All right, we largely have this carved where I want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start carving it down now. Bring you guys in. Wow, 103 people watching. Welcome, everyone. All right, we're gonna bring it down a little bit. Show you guys. Hold on. I'll say I might need to touch up this edge a little bit, but she's pretty sharp. So we're going to come in to where we marked it, get past all these cut marks. Just going to do some lever cuts. Try not to be in too much of a rush, because I do not want to cut myself. Take little bits. Trying to make fruit sets to sell at the flea market. Yeah, very cool. Heck yeah. Man, this oak is so tough. This knife might be too thin for this, because I feel like this is going to dull out this blade. I usually use this for sycamore, which is what I typically carve in, because sycamore is a nice soft wood. But man, I can already feel this dulling out. We're going to get this profile. Find down some more. Yeah, I'm going to get something bigger so I can remove a little bit more material a little bit faster. I think we're going to go with the old Mora number 1, I believe. Get this refined down a bit. Go ahead and set you guys back up. Very cool. Oh, my wife has brought me a snack. Oh, chat. Careful, don't trip on that. Thank you, wife. Oh. This looks awesome. Thanks, babe. I love you.
Me too.
All right, Chad. She just brought me like a whole spread. Look at this. Oh man, she brought me like some salami, some Havarti, some olive oil, some salt. I believe these are smoked oysters, some cherry tomatoes, and some nice bread. Wow, that's fresh baked bread. Whoa. All right, I guess it's snack time, chat. Possum, welcome. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Sorry, kind of derailed my live chat. Man, I don't want to keep carving. I want to dig into this. I'll like snack as I go. What'd you do, Possum? Oh, it's really good salami. My wife's awesome. I can't believe she did this. Ah. By heart, guys. So I guess we're taking a brief intermission. Where are you at? Here in North Carolina. I used to live in North Carolina. I used to live in Hickory and Claremont. I live out in Missouri nowadays. Oh, anyone who doesn't ever do this, get a nice Italian bread, dip it in a little bit of olive oil. Usually it's a seasoned olive oil. You get a little bit on there, dip it in a little bit of salt. Awesome. I guess we're on Q&A now. Uh-oh. I had to go to the ER because I ran into the bleachers at PE. I'm in a sling for 2 weeks. Oh man, that sucks. Sorry, Possum. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been to Concord a few times. Concord. Yeah, I lived out that way for about 2 years. But man, it's like I moved from Charlotte to Hickory. Oh no, I lived in Claremont. And then Charlotte and then Hickory, I think. But Claremont's like a little, it has like 200 people in it. But I moved to Hickory because there was no jobs out towards Claremont. Sorry for speaking with my mouth full. But I moved out to Hickory because there was no jobs. And man, there was no jobs in Hickory either unless you were an upholsterer. All those furniture plants out there, factories. Yeah. We're gonna keep whittling. This snack tray has kind of derailed my challenge. I was trying to do as many spoons before sundown as possible. Now it's just kind of... She's so nice. I love her. She's a very, very cool wife. I'll keep her a little longer, I think. Yeah, McDonald's in this school. Heck yeah. Those are the best days. Like getting pulled out of school for whatever. Have to go to a doctor's appointment and then come back. I mean, at least I would always have to come back, but flex on the other kids with your McDonald's. Alright, we're just going to kind of get close to that bowl there. So I think I'm just going to round this tip off, and I think I'm going to make this bowl a little bit bigger. Have some more, a little bit more tasty bread. Love my shrooms, by the way. Thanks, Possum. It's a road driver for 40 years and got hurt and couldn't work anymore. That really sucks. Ah. It's like one of my biggest fears because I'm the breadwinner for my family. Got a wood chip in my olive oil. Dang. That's extra flavor right there. That's wood season is what we call that. But yeah, man, that's like one of my biggest fears is like hurting myself so bad I can't provide for my family anymore. It's like I have a full-time job. This YouTube thing is pretty much just a hobby unless it ever takes off enough to make any money, which I'm not even able to be monetized just yet. I still need like 1,000 watch hours. Yeah, we're gonna even out that spoon a little bit. That bowl there. I think we're gonna come in and widen her out. Excuse me. Sometimes you just gotta do what the wood wants to do. And whatever makes sense for your current project. Oh man. Surprised you didn't break your shoulder. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. Glad it's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of my biggest fears, not being able to provide for my family. It really sucks. It's like I'm privileged to, you know, have a family and everything I can supply or provide for and all that, but it's a lot of weight on the shoulders. All I have to do is mess up at work one time and then, you know, we could be out on the streets. Can't play your viola. Concert in a few weeks. Oh man, that sucks. Trust me, I know the feeling, but I was able to get disability. It only took 2 years. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, I assume you probably got like back pay or something. Oh man. Even out this top a bit. Oh, sorry, you guys can't really see what I'm doing. My bad. Gonna transition this bowl a little bit better in the back because I want to clean this area up right here. Got a nice chip right there I need to pull out. Yeah, it's definitely tough out there for the working man. You know, it's really funny. I have some people that I know that are really, really well off, mostly online people. But you know, I talk to them and everything, and they're like, "Oh, I had to cancel my vacation." I'm like, "Okay, I've gone on one vacation like my entire life." And it's like these guys go on vacation like every year. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, honestly, it's like if I could afford to do that, I probably would do the same, but it's like you're not going to get too terribly much sympathy for me because you can't go on your third vacation of the year. Kind of ranting, rambling. So we're going to go ahead and start thinning out the back. This Mora knife's kind of small for my hands, but man, does it sure chew through wood. That nice Scandi grind. I have one other knife I like to use for this. Man, she's a rough looking spoon. Oh man. Let's see. Ah. All right. It's a really nice creamy dill Havarti. I love cheese. Chat, what's your guys' favorite cheeses? And if you're lactose intolerant, sorry for your luck. That sucks. Actually working on my disability, got 60% from the VA. Hopefully with the next 3 months I'll get my 100%. I've been there, no job, crazy looking for money to feed my family. Yeah, I feel that. My heart goes out to you, man. It's rough out there, everyone. I think it's important more now than ever to really look out for each other wherever we can as a society. It was a great job. I was able to put my two daughters through college. So you broke, can't buy a spoon, or get a plastic one. I could. I mean, I have spoons. I'm just making these to sell, my guy. It's fun to make stuff. It's cool to take a hunk of wood from your land, or from at least your area. This isn't from my land specifically. This was donated to me by a tree service in my area. I just happened to notice them cutting it down, and I was like, hey, can I have some of that? And he was like, yeah. He actually stopped by because it was right across the street from my parents. I was over visiting them, helping them out with something, I think. And yeah, I was helping them carry something in to their house. And how much do I sell it for? These spoons, I'm gonna probably I don't know, probably like, I don't know, chat, what do you think it's fair? 10, 15 bucks? Somewhere around there. Not too much. It's like, it's a cool product, but, you know. Sorry, my nose is running really bad. I don't know why. I better go catch it. That was good. I don't know. Like 15 bucks is about what the hand carved spoon goes for on Etsy. So I'll probably do it about there. Yeah, 15 bucks. Not bad. It mostly depends on the shipping, I guess. I don't imagine the shipping on these would be too much. I haven't really done much in the way of shipping, because usually when I sell stuff, it's like in person. I'm usually face to face with whoever I'm selling stuff for. Alright, let's see. I am in Missouri. I'm about an hour from St. Louis. Yeah, I used to live in the Hickory area, and before that I lived in Claremont. And I'm pretty sure this was years ago. This was probably 10 years ago I lived out that way. But I think I lived in Charlotte, maybe. I don't think I did. I think I just lived in Claremont and Hickory now that I'm really thinking about it. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Let's get the last little bit of refining done. I gotta wait till this is a little more dry. It's pretty much dry, but there's still a little moisture in here. Yeah, have a good night, Wolfman. Appreciate you hanging out. You take it easy. We're just going to put a little bit of a chamfer on this spoon. Get the shape refined a little bit more. Just about there, guys. I'll do the final shaping and everything. I like to burnish my spoons with a smooth stone when I at the very end when I finish them up. But yeah, this will have a little bit more work done on it. I'll get the final details all done. Finish carving out that bowl the rest of the way, but this is as far as I need to go with this spoon at this moment. I kind of like to get all the carving done. I'm going to try to, because I'm just trying to figure out like a production cycle. Like, you know, get them all to a certain point and then work them a little bit more and then finish them up, you know, do the main carving and everything. It's been interesting to try to figure out all that in regards to having like an Etsy shop. I haven't started it, but you know, I think about it a lot because I'm going to try to use that to supplement my YouTube channel and keep me going on there, because it's like, not to like for it to sound too bad, but it costs money for me to do YouTube. Like especially like I usually do live streams with forging, but I can't. I'm low on gas and I can't really justify it this check. That and other stuff, you know, it's like if I go out in the woods, which I usually do my outdoor stuff, I do my forging stuff. If I go out in the woods, you know, obviously it's gas for getting there and everything. And she's a bit rough, but I'd say it's a good enough point to set that aside. We got one spoon down. Let's see how many more we can knock out. I might switch, depending. I might switch out to carving on that kuksa from the other night. We have a lot of wood carvers in the area. Everyone has lots of wood because Helene disaster flood. Oh yeah, I bet. But you're close, so you could get a lot of free wood to carve. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. Welcome all the new people. Doing some spoon carving today. I think I'm gonna do. This one's got like a nice little curve on it. I think I'm gonna do a little bit different of a design on this one. I think I'm gonna do a kind of a more traditional. Oh, I dropped my microphone. You guys hear me okay? But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of a different design on here. I'm gonna get the general shape refined down, because if this piece of wood breaks and fails, this will be where it breaks and fails. yeah, we got a nice deep area up here. You can kind of see the general shape it's gonna have. I'm gonna throw the bowl right in here. Oh man, I'm getting shaky. Carving was awesome. Helps me think. Wind down. Oh yeah, it's very very meditative. Also got 2 of your fingers. Uh-oh. Sorry if you guys can hear me eat. I haven't had much to eat today. My lovely wife brought me this really freaking awesome snack tray thing. Adult Lunchable. But yeah, these curved knives, they can get you. They're usually pretty sharp. Mine's razor sharp. I've gotten myself a couple times. Actually, you can kind of see the remnants of where I like cut off a callus right there. Right there. That whole callus got like lopped off a couple weeks back. But they make like little leather thimbles for carving. They just like kind of cover your whole thumb, little thumb protectors. You know, actually, I might make a couple of those, sell them in my Etsy shop too. I've been trying to like figure out good products that I don't really see sold. Like, you can't really, I don't know. I don't want to feel like a sellout. I don't want to like keep promoting the Etsy shop and being like, oh, I'm gonna put all this stuff on there because I feel like a little bit of a sellout there. Am I a mountain man? Some call me Brozy Yeti. Some would call me a mountain man. I mean, I do like I do 18th century reenactment. I do Viking Age reenactment stuff too, but I definitely like the rougher aesthetic of the mountain man culture. I'm actually about to make a coyote backpack out of a coyote pelt. Thin this out some more, get all this bark off of here. I wish I was a mountain man in the way that, you know, I don't want to live in the city. Man, if I had my way, I'd be about 200 miles from any neighbor. Go to get stuff in town. Maybe not 200 miles. I'd probably be about, I don't know. I don't want to be able to see my neighbors. I don't want to be able to see anyone. I don't want to be able to hear anyone. Right now, I mean, I'm in town. I'm just in my yard right now. Unfortunately, I live in town, but we're going to go ahead and come in, scoop that out, get a nice flat area to start with. Eat it now. I will. I'm running out of daylight. This was originally going to be how many spoons can I carve before the sun goes down? And then my wife ambushed me with a very kind gesture of bringing me this lovely little snack tray. She's awesome. I love her. I think I'm going to go to my bigger knife. This is my version of a Kephart. Get low-cost, second-hand leather coats and cut the back to make protective leather aprons. Make leather guards for your hands. Yeah, that'd work. I'm thinking about replacing this leather apron with something a little nicer. I kind of want to make one out of I've got a nice buckskin just sitting around. I work in buckskin a lot. I think I need to go ahead and lever cut that. More wood chips in my olive oil. We're just trying to get this flat so I can kind of begin the spoon area. You guys will kind of see it come in live. I mean, it's kind of I really like that gentle swoop that the whole piece has. Keep cutting that down. Try not to hit the microphone too much. Sorry, guys. Yep. I am a yapper, but when I'm live streaming, kind of important to be a yapper, because if I just sat here quietly, I don't think anyone would want to watch. So we got that. We're gonna go ahead and kind of rough out. I'll kind of show you guys my vision. I think I want this to kind of, just gonna very roughly kind of show you guys where what I want to do with this. It's got some nice wood grain coming in. Okay, I drew this like crap, but that's roughly what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and start hogging off material. Get my knife back in the sheath there. I think we're gonna go to the nata. Trim down on it. I might refine this down a little bit more. I'm gonna try to follow the wood grain, so I think that would be an interesting look. Yeah, I like that. I like that kind of shape for the handle. So we're gonna go ahead and come in, just do a little bit of chopping. Get right up to where I want that bowl to be. I think this one I want a little bit deeper. Gonna come in. Woo. Yep, see? Lost a little bit of where I wanted to go. It's a good thing I left that generous. Gonna round that off. About to lose my olive oil and my salt. Hi from Austria. Hello. Woodchuck hide is the strongest leather to tan out for straps and twists for shoelaces. Huh. Do not kill woodchucks roadkill. Yeah. I did not know that. I'll have to see if I can find some woodchuck leather. You know, I've worked with a lot of different leather, ostrich leather, kangaroo leather, obviously like regular cow leather. But I've never even heard of woodchuck leather. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely have to try to get my hand on that. Human leather. Do you ever do a little stop cut to protect the sides of the bowl? Yes. Yeah, sometimes I'll come in, I'll put a saw there, and then I'll make sure I don't blow it out. But for sake of time, this time I'm not really doing that. I usually do, but I also can't find my good saw. I have this saw, which like this guy's like too big, and it kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest, especially on this table, because it's like if I'm trying to cut like a small piece, it hits the table on both sides. So it's like, it's really not like ideal for this. I mean, it's more of a limb saw, but I mean, so is my Baco Laplander that I usually use. But that just seems to work a lot better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the bowl cut. Actually, I'm gonna clean up this side here. That's got a little too much going on there. I'm gonna try to come from the top down so I save as much of the spoon area as possible. From Indonesia, from Alabama. Hello. I love carving and bushcrafting. Well, you're on the right channel, my guy. You need an old coping saw. I do need like a better saw. I might make one, because I do blacksmithing stuff too. There we go. But yeah, this is like a bushcraft crafting channel. I've just been doing the live streams lately because I have a newborn. My son inside, he just turned 2 months old, so I try not to go too far right now. But I am going to try to get back to the woods in the next couple weeks. I just have not been able to do that lately. But yeah, check out my channel. You're in the right place. Do a lot of carving live streams. This is like my 4th carving live stream in a row. I've been trying to carve kuksas. It has not been going well. Here's one of my other attempts at a kuksa. It looks great until you see this knot down here that just goes all the way to the outside, so I had to scrap that. I was going to try to just carve it and get past it, but then it cracked overnight. I had another one, my last live stream. It basically exploded. Now it's going to be like a little mini kuksa, but I've been trying to just carve a kuksa, which is like a little, it's like a little bowl cup thing. And it has not been going well. Old coping saw because steel holds edge. Heck yeah. These curved saws are no good for any fine work. Hello from a spoon carver. And oh no, I have a spoon carver here. Don't judge me too harshly. I just I've been carving spoons too long. I don't know if you saw. I was gonna try to do a whole bunch of these guys, these little pocket spoons. Sorry. I knocked out a rough one real quick. We're working on something a little different this time. Yeah, congrats, bro. Thank you. Kuksas are very challenging. Failed a few times. Haven't tried again. Oh well. Yeah. Carving tools are made from old car flat spring steel. Keep sharp longer. Yeah, I usually most of my knives and stuff that I make are from 1095 steel. I need to just make some carving tools. I was going to do this live stream only using this really cheap carving set from Amazon. I mean, it's literally the cheapest one I could find that was a full set. I was going to start trying to use that for this live stream, but every single one of those chisels needs to be like reground and or sharpened, touched up. They're just not really good straight out of the box. Oh, excuse me. The kuksas are challenging. I was lucky with my first one, but mostly it's like first time it was my fault for not looking at the wood. I didn't notice that knot. Second time it was also my fault because I was chopping on it really hard with this nata, and I cracked the hard heartwood of this oak, and it split all the way through and cracked. Nice little pocket spoons. Thank you. Hi from Central England. Oh, very cool. From across the pond. Yeah, we're just kind of doing this one live. I kind of have a general idea for what I want for this spoon. Getting that bowl carved in. All right. I don't want to go too deep because I made that mistake my first couple spoons of carving a really deep bowl for the spoon part, and it did not go well. I think this spoon's going to kind of have a curve to it, which is fine. This was going to be a lot wider, but I had to shape that out a bit, so I think I'm going to thin out this handle a lot. I'm going to go ahead and start doing that now. Try the L-shaped metal bed frames. Get cheap secondhand. You get it cheap secondhand stores. Yeah, I actually see those all the time for free on like Facebook Marketplace. I'm not smacking my Oh no, lost my little fluff ball. What kind of wood do you have there? And how is the moisture content? It's a little moist, and it is oak. I just happen to have some of this for free. Sorry if you guys can hear me messing with this mic. But yeah, it's an oak. I have some walnut waiting for me, but I need to go pick that up. I like to work walnut, but this oak is not ideal for sure. But I'm gonna try to ebonize it. I really like this this oak though because it takes coal rosing really nice. It shows really well. Gonna go ahead and start getting this bowl area shaped out. I think I'm gonna go grab, might have to step inside for just a second. Might go grab a different knife because this one is really nice, but I've got 2XL hands, so this ends up being like a 3-finger knife. You know, actually, I'm gonna try out my little carving knife. Yeah, that's working just fine. This one's really thin, so it dulls out really fast. But I've got a strop out here, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. The open grain of oak isn't ideal for spoons for sure. Yeah, no, it's really not, but yeah. It's just what I got. I'm just having some fun, getting some practice in. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You can kind of see what I'm going for there, but you guys, I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab a different knife. I know exactly where it's at. You guys babysit my snack tray. Alright. Be right back. Actually, I'm gonna take some of this and munch on the way. You guys will be able to hear me. My mic will still be connected, so be right back, fellas and ladies. Probably mostly fellas. My analytics say you guys are like 99% men above 65 years old, so anyway, you guys get to hear the sounds of my home. All right. Bring these other spoons to show you guys. But yeah, most of the wood in my area is not really great for spoons. I just kind of take what I can get though. Sycamore is typically what I carve in. But yeah, I'll show you some other spoons. This is a sycamore one I did a while back. I usually use it as a coffee scoop. A nice piece of walnut one. And then I've got this other little baby spoon. I don't know what I'll use that for, but it was just after a very failed day of carving. Got this Condor Indigenous Puka. I really love carving with this thing. Snake wood is very beautiful wood. Thought about ordering some, making spoon or something decorative. Yeah, the timber struggle is real, I understand, yeah. I use a vegetable peeler to take bark off walking sticks. That's interesting. Now I feel like I don't belong. Why do you say that? Is that Havarti with dill? Yes, it is. Love that sycamore spoon with the coal roasting. Yeah, I was really proud of this one. This was my, it's probably one of my favorites. I mean, it's aged so well. And it's like, I really love the coal roasting on it. This is the first, I was like, yeah, that's my favorite spoon. Better try my first ever coal roasting on it. But I think it turned out okay. I definitely like the coal roasting on this guy a lot more, though. Like, it's kind of like tribal, Pictish style, very primitive look to it. Really enjoy that. Yeah, I really like the oak for the coal roasting, but yeah, it's not the best for spoons. There we go. But yeah, it's Condor Indigenous Puko. I mean, I love this thing. I mean, I usually try to carve with my knives that I've made, but I don't know, something about the edge geometry, the heat treat, it just is a really fantastic knife. Piece of wood for my cheese. I'm not male or near 65. Use cherry or apple for spoons yet? No, I have not. I want to. I have a cherry tree in my yard. I know those woods are very much superior. I had a branch on there I was going to cut off of my cherry tree because it needed to go. It had died last year, but I let it sit over winter. I was just trying to let it season and, you know, dry on the tree, and went to go pull it off today for this stream, actually, and it was, it's very punky. Kind of come in a little bit more. I think I want to kind of give this handle like an hourglass shape. What's up, man? Where are you located? I am in Missouri. About an hour from St. Louis. Unfortunately. There's only one good thing about the city, in my opinion, and it's how far away it is from me. Definitely not a city person. If I had my way, I'd only be able to see trees. I like people. I just also really like my privacy, you know? But my town that I'm in has kind of soiled my desire to live in town. I've had people like literally steal trash out of my yard, like stuff to scrap. I had a big like metal frame. I was gonna get rid of it anyway, so I mean it's not like a big deal, but like 20 minutes after I put it out in my yard to save for a friend who's gonna go take it to the scrap place, someone came in my yard and stole it. It's also like really stupid ordinances here. Like you're not allowed to have fires at night, which is like, you know, when you would have fires. Not even talking about just like bonfires, but like if I made like a little fire, I could get a like $75 ticket for that. Try to get some practice with maple or poplar. Feel like you're carving spoons that you really want to eat with. Take a piece of your cherry. Yeah. I hate the city. Looking forward to building an off-grid cabin with my family and family farm property. Yeah, heck yeah, that'd be awesome. When I lived in Florida, not much wood to carve. Used to go to the dump and beat apart furniture to get wood to carve. Tops of furniture, I would bevel the edge and carve the orange tree branch legs. Huh. Very cool. Hello from Wyoming. Hello from Missouri. Too much cattle to stand people / cattle. Yeah. Or can't stand people and cattle. Yeah. Thumbs brushing the mic. Oh, my bad. I'm actually going to move that up. And I'll bring you guys up here. Hopefully that'll help. That's usually where I put it anyway. Thanks for telling me that. What kind of knife did George Washington have? I have no idea. I don't personally know George Washington. Let's see, so it probably would have been something similar to a trade knife. Or I don't know, actually. I'd have to look into that. That's kind of an interesting question. I've never really thought about what the kind of knives they would have been carrying back then. I've done like 1800s, looked into that, and like the trade knives and all that. It's really funny. I was really trying to make this like a speedy, carve as many knives as possible. Those little pocket spoons. But you know, it'd be like that. George Washington carver. Okay. All right, that's a good joke. That one's going in the dad joke vault. George Washington carver. I've kind of accidentally added this weird little lump, which is kind of similar to the little lump that I carved on there. We'll see. We'll see if I keep that. I need to start getting rid of some material from the side. I just like to try to keep it as thick as possible for as long as possible, because I've broken the necks of spoons. That was a bit close to my bowl. Yeah, I love this knife. It's like, it's really comfortable to use. It's less than $100. But yeah, and it looks cool. It's got this really cool, I know it's like laser engraved, but it's pretty cool looking. It's aesthetically pleasing, it's functional. It's got some unique features, like it's got this nice like wire wrap bit. Nice Scandi knife. Beach is a good spoon wood for sure, yeah. Releases antibacterial. Huh, that's cool. What state am I in? I'm in Missouri. In Missouri. But yeah, I need to get some good spoon wood. It's kind of why I'm reluctant to sell these. Like, I mean, they'd be good like salt scoops or salt scoops and sugar scoops. I'm not wild on the profile of the spoon bowl there. I need to refine that back a bit. Coffee scoops and such. Sitting here, I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry. Got food right here. Very cool. Let's see. I would like to take one of your spoons, take it camping, be the coolest in the campsite with one of them spoons. Heck yeah. Yeah, I might be throwing them up on Etsy. I might, which my Etsy shop's the same name as my channel name. But I want to build up a little bit of stock first. because I don't want to like list one thing and then have it sell and then have nothing. I want to get like 15 items. I do all kinds of stuff. I do like metal casting, knife making, blacksmithing in general, woodworking, obviously. I make all kinds of stuff. I just kind of make what I want to make. I just kind of like bounce from thing to thing over the years. The mosquitoes are back. Anyone who watched my last live stream, dude, there was like a whole, like, it's like a basketball-sized swarm of mosquitoes that are just like in one spot. I'm gonna get a little smoke going. Outdoor life hack. Smoke keeps mosquitoes away. This is wood. This is punky wood. See how it kind of crumbles, falls apart really easy? Get the end of this lit. And it'll smolder. So this is useful for a lot of stuff. Speaking of outdoor stuff, but it's useful for a lot of stuff. Now that I've lit this, I can transfer this flame or this ember and carry this to another campsite, or I can use it what I'm going to use it for right now, which is I'm just going to kind of set it here and let the smoke kind of wash over me, and that way it'll keep mosquitoes away. And it's just like a big incense stick. These things are awesome. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a name for these. I'm sure some cultures use these, but yeah, I literally just had a punky piece of wood, just lit it. I would like to take one. We found out that Palmer's brand coconut lotion keeps mosquitoes off of us. I like to use lavender oil. Lavender oil keeps ticks off, keeps mosquitoes away. We're smoothing out this top layer. I had that exposed wood grain, so we're going to smooth this out. Kind of put a chamfer on here. Start getting that to a more final shape. I don't think I like the weird bump in the middle. I think I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah. I think it's too far away from the bowl and the end of the handle. I'll keep a little bit of a well there, but I don't want it to be that big for sure. I'm gonna have to switch on, light some alternative light. But yeah, I have this actually made a short about it. I think it was one of my first ever shorts on this channel, because I've only been doing YouTube like 3 months. But oh, actually, hey everyone, I'm doing my 500 subscriber giveaway right now. My last regular video is about that. You guys should all join, because it's a cool fire kit that I made. And I show how I made the kit, and I show, you know, how I made the belt pouch. I do leather work too. But yeah, check that out. And you have to be subscribed. You don't have to like the video, but if you like the video, it'd mean a lot to me. But there's a code word. I mean, it's like an hour. I'm gonna tell you, it's an hour-long video. Shows how to skin a beaver. I've never skinned a beaver. Now, I hear skinning beavers can be a little difficult, though. I've never really been in a situation. I could teach you how to skin a deer. I'm sure I could look into how to skin a beaver and maybe show you guys. I do have a friend that's a trapper. Maybe I could bring him on my channel. Like, he's a fur trapper. Really cool guy. But I might bring him on the channel and have him show how to do that. But yeah, he runs a trap line. He hasn't been running the last couple of years because he has some. He's been having some medical issues. But I think if I went out and helped him out, he'd probably let me film. Yeah. But yeah, check out that 500 subscriber giveaway thing. I've only had, like, you have to watch. It's like an hour long. I'm gonna tell you it's an hour long. But I will tell you, it's a little bit towards the end where I tell you like the word you have to leave in the comment section in order to be entered in for the giveaway. It is only the U.S. or people in the U.S. are only eligible, just because I can't really afford to do shipping to another country. I mean, everything's out of pocket. I don't make money from YouTube yet. Hi from Germany. Hello from America. But yeah, I can't really afford to ship overseas. Like, I looked at some of the places where my most of my viewers are. I checked like my channel analytics to see where most of my people are watching from, and I checked like how much it would cost to ship it. It's just like a small belt pouch with a fire kit, fire steel that I forged, and belt pouch that I made. But it would be like $45 just to ship it. It's like, that's crazy. I can't really. $45 is a lot of money to me. You know, I'm a breadwinner for my family, so it's like I've got 2 kids, and my wife, we're lucky enough for her to be a stay-at-home mother for the children. My oldest is just about 2 years old. My youngest is just over 2 months. 2 months and a couple days. But yeah, I think we're getting that profile a little bit nailed in. Like, there's bumpy stuff like that. I just gotta smooth out the transition a little bit more. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. I might shorten the handle to about like here, right about there, which is why I like to leave a lot of meat on the spoon, because I've cracked a couple, gotten to the end of the carving process, and then had them crack. I think I do want to refine the spoon shape a little bit more. I have actually. I grabbed when I was inside. Just got to remember where I put it, which pocket it's in. Yeah, there it is. I grabbed my little pocket carver, which I love this thing for knives or spoons. Do you sell tinctures? I do not, but I don't know. There's kind of like weird legal stuff. I do want to sell like I make a pine sap balm, or pine sap skin salve. It's for like any skin issues, burns, little scrapes. It's antibacterial, it's moisturizing, antifungal, antimicrobial in general. I'm gonna have to go get my alternative lighting here in a second. Very high-tech stuff. But yeah, I've been thinking about selling that, but it's difficult. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic a little bit. It's just difficult because I have to like do like legal disclaimers, and I may have to have like a might have to have a license to sell it, but I don't know. Medical laws are weird in America. I'm liking that a lot more. Definitely need to thin that out a bunch, but I'm going to leave it a little bit thick because it is moist. The wood is a little bit wet, so I don't want it to get it too thin because it'll be more likely to crack. No, I kind of like how thick that is there. I might leave that. Let's see. Go ahead and level off this top, flatten this out. Definitely need to refine that shape a lot more. I'm not really too happy with that. It doesn't look bad. Yeah, it does. It looks bad. But I just need to do some refining on here. I'm gonna go grab my super high-tech lighting source here in a second. Might be able to sell for a suggested donation. It makes paw salves for dog paws. Huh. That's something to think about. I'll definitely have to look into that. Kind of like how chunky the handle is. Not gonna lie. Kind of vibe with it. Nice to have a nice, robust handle on a spoon. It's kind of why I carved that pocket spoon the other day, is because like as much as I love this spoon, this neck is definitely a weak point. If I put that in a pocket or in one of my belt pouches, it'll be much more likely to crack than something like this, which has got enough meat to it to be strong, but is small enough to be able to throw in a bag or a pocket. I'm gonna be right back again. I'm gonna go grab my very high-tech light source. Let's see. There they are. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, man, I got a deviated septum. I'm getting punched in the nose. So I can only breathe out one side of my nose. And it's really annoying. Makes me feel like I can never breathe right. This is not my high-tech light source, just so you know. Little candle lantern. Very high tech, the highest of techs. Oh, I lost a bunch of people, 17 people watching, that's okay. Do you remember the tasting spoons? Yeah. I carved a little tasting spoon the other day. But yeah, I love tasting spoons. I use them all the time at home. It's just, you know, but I also make a lot of sauces. I think that's probably why they kind of fell out of popularity, is just I don't think people cook nearly as much as they used to. Not to sound like too much of a boomer or anything, but you know, I don't know. It's just too easy to go out and eat. Oh, and I think a lot of people just choose to do that. It's like it really sucks, but I mean, I get it. I don't know how you could afford to eat out like every meal. But, sorry, trying to get this candle set up. Is it anyone's birthday today? Sorry, sniffling so close to the mic. Alright, just really? Alright. Hold on, guys, I gotta get this adjusted. Let me go ahead and use this knife. Kind of make a divot. One thing I really like to use for sticking candles in candle holders, pro carving tip, has nothing to do with carving, but pro tip, Baby Bell cheese wax is fantastic for, you just ball it up, squish it up, and get it soft, and then stick it in the bottom of your candle holder, and it holds your candles in great. Alright, there's one light source. That'll get a little better as time goes on. I did this once, this first time I lit these candles for this channel. It was just because I was like, oh, I just need light for a couple minutes, but man, it gives the live stream kind of a cozy vibe. What's temp and wind chill like? Oh, it's It's like 80 degrees Fahrenheit out here today. It's definitely warm, which is weird because it was just like 28 degrees the other day, like 2 days ago, which is part of why I'm sniffling so much. Is it we got hit with an Arctic vortex and then now it's hot again. I wouldn't say 80 degrees is hot, but it's definitely warmer than it was. But yeah, we had like a 50-degree temperature swing in the last couple days. Oh yeah, Kindles add a lot of aesthetic value for sure. Yeah, no, they for sure do. It's like it's crazy. It's funny, there was one stream I did where it's like not a lot of people were watching during the daytime, but as soon as like nighttime came out, the candles came out, went from like 12 people to like 70. And I think the aesthetics had a big part of that. Or played a big part in that. Let's drop this, get this guy a little sharpened up. My last couple live streams, there's been deer coming every time. You ever carved with Hollywood? Cannot cut down in North Carolina. We get deadfall after Helene. I have never carved with Hollywood. We have a lot here though. Like, I mean, there's a forest like 5 minutes. I mean, I could walk to that forest and back and in like a minute. Just like a little forest in a local park. But sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of knife maintenance. But there's a couple good hollies back there. I've never really thought. I kind of will pick some leaves sometimes for like holiday stuff, Yule time, cheer. There we go. She's sharp. I really like this Beavercraft curved knife sharpener strop. It's been really nice. Oh yeah. What am I making? Hey, Zero Agenda, welcome. I was wondering when you were going to pop in. Just another spoon. I was going to try to see how many spoons I could carve before the sun went down. But my lovely wife brought me a distraction. A nice little, like... Man, that looks so awesome in the... that looks like an oil painting or something in that candlelight. Brought me, like, a nice little charcuterie board, and I got distracted, so... Now we're just doing some calm carving. Chilling by candlelight. Yeah, Zero Agenda, you're like a... Yeah, it's pretty nice. I got some nice, like, crusty Italian bread. She brought me some sea salt and olive oil. Because I love to give it a little dip of olive oil and then just touch it to the salt. Get a little bit of salt, not too much. Awesome. Makes my inner Italian happy. Only cheese I don't like is blue. Yeah, blue cheese it's good in stuff. But other than that, I don't really care for it. Even then, it's got to be like a little bit. It's got to be a subtle background flavor, but it's so overpowering that it can barely be that. Sorry if you guys can hear me eating. The charcuterie board's my dinner. But yeah, cheese is awesome. I love cheese. I don't think I'd be able to survive if I became lactose intolerant. I think I would just simply pass away. But yeah. The deer are back. I thought they might show up. They've been regulars on my live streams lately. My After Dark by Candlelight streams. What's your guys' favorite cheese? I am quite partial to a really high quality orange rind Munster. Really like Munster. Really like Havarti's. I've got a really nice dill Havarti here. I didn't used to care that much for Havarti, but it's really grown on me the last couple of years. It's funny because when I was a kid, my parents told me I would not eat cheese, and that's crazy because now I'm a big cheese fiend, big cheese aficionado. Oh, excuse me. I actually had a cheese advent calendar. My mother-in-law had got me a couple Christmases ago. It was awesome. It had some really good Gouda in there. That's another cheese I really like. I really love Gouda. Good smoked Gouda. Double smoked Gouda especially. I think I'm gonna go grab that kuksa I was working on the other day. Now that my spoon carving live stream is not panned out quite as much as I would have liked. She's coming along. I like how thick the neck of that is. I was gonna thin that out, but I think I dig it. So I think we're gonna leave that. It's got a couple spots I want to kind of transition a little better. That was too deep of a cut for sure. I've been really liking doing like live carving, like not just carving on a like live stream, but I'll like go into doing, you know, like I'll make a spatula and it starts one way and I have an idea of kind of what I want to do, and then I just kind of transition it into something else. Like I had one the other day that was very plain. I actually did a giveaway on it. It was very plain, and then I carved it into like a weird like snaking pattern, like wiggled back and forth. I think that's where the cheese advent calendar I had came from. Welcome, Rob Staub. Hey, actually, Rob Staub here is the guy who won the spatula I gave away the other day. But yeah, that started off very plain, and then it became something else. Like this one, I accidentally carved too deep here, so I'm just going to even that up and do it on both sides. I think that would look really cool. Oh, that was Heather. Well, technically, I mean, you guys count as a singular entity because you're married, so... So, yeah. Heck yeah. I should get my wife a wine advent calendar. She used to be really big into wine. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with that. I really like that. Kind of reminds me of a cattail head. But yeah, I'm liking it. I just gotta do some more refining on it. I think I want to get it just about... We'll put some champers on it, and then I think I'm going to set this aside, and I think I'm going to go get my my kuksa I wanted to work on. Because I was going to just make this a spoon carving challenge, but that got derailed really in a good way, so... Let's see. So I want to seal it properly before cooking with it to help preserve it. How do I do so? So I already did that for you. You just I don't believe in like putting like lacquers or anything on my woodwork. Not really natural for your body, especially when you're cooking, because that's going to come off. I just make sure before, I mean, I already put a coating of oil on. You can use coconut oil or olive oil, just any food safe oil. You can even use mineral oil. Just make sure you use that every once in a while. Like if you wash it, it's hand wash only. Do not put it in your dishwasher, Rob, stop, or else I will find you. Sorry everyone, this is my buddy there. All 8 people here. But yeah, just after you use it, just put a little more olive oil on it or coconut oil. I could bring you a blend I make. It's just literally coconut oil and beeswax. That'd be more for the handle though. But yeah, you just gotta take care of it. It's a little higher maintenance than like something you'd buy in the store. I mean, if you wanted to, I don't know anything about like lacquers or like resins or anything to cover it with, but I would if you want to look into that and do that. I don't know anything about that. I've only ever used natural stuff. Beeswax for the handles. And then coconut oil or olive oil, as I said, some food safe oil for it itself. Now it is oak. I'll send you a link to a good way to clean it, and if it picks up any flavors, because it is an open grained wood, so it may pick up some flavors as you cook with it, but I'll send you a link on how to clean that once I'm done doing this live stream. Alright, I think we're going to call this guy here. It's roughed out. I just have to do a little bit of refining on the shape. I'm going to go grab my kuksa. I'll be right back again. Oh, my back. Take some of this cheese bread and a tomato. Be right back, chat. I mean, I say I might be back, but you're going to be with me the whole time. You're going to be able to hear everything. Because I'm wearing a mic. Wearing a wire. Chat, what did I come in here for? Like you can answer me. Is the kuksa. I remember. I'm keeping all my carving projects in this bag because I have a bunch of wood chips in here that are wet. Keeps my stuff from drying out too quick. So we're gonna hop on this kuksa. More of a noggin in my opinion, but we're gonna work on this. I think I want to try to make the bowl a little deeper. I'm gonna try one of these new wood chisels. Let's see. I'll try out this guy, which is new. I'm gonna do a full review on it later, but I bought the cheapest wood carving kit I could find on Amazon. But it'll be my first review. But yeah, this one's not great. But the majority of the things that I pulled out of that kit need to be sharpened, which I kind of expected. I mean, it was like $20 for a bunch of chisels. I think this chisel's a little too wide. We're gonna try this weird, bent chisel. Which I think this was one of the ones I already tried that was pretty dull. Yeah. Oh, that's disappointing. Alright, we're gonna go to the bent gouge that I already have. Wow, it's gotten really dark. Can you guys see okay? Yeah, you can see okay. I'm gonna tilt you down so you can see the stuff a little bit better. Oops, spilled wax everywhere. Oopsie poopsie. Yeah, that's nice. It's crazy how much of a difference like a good quality or a good edge could make, like in the way it feels when you carve. I mean, it just glides through. Cleaned up all the rough marks left by the other one. Ah, man, I don't know what bit I want to work on. I think I need more light even. I need to invest in like a nice actual lantern. Let's try this out. Kind of rig up. You guys see okay? Yeah, you can see okay. Don't know what I want to do with this side because it's got that big chip because that was the original, where the original kuksa cracked. I know I want to widen this out a bit. I also want to make it deeper. I've got a crack I need to chase coming in right there. Yeah, tonight's definitely a really nice night out. There's just so much to do. You guys ever like, I mean, I'm not overwhelmed, but do you guys ever just are like, I mean, I want to do this, and then you're like, no, I want to do this. It's like, oh shoot, I need to do this. Let yourself kind of get caught up in that mentality. I don't know, there's just so much to do on this project still that I'm kind of getting, just don't know where to start. Because there's like chop marks here I need to get out. There's I need to make it deeper. I need to address that. Can definitely be hard. Especially like something like this, you know, I don't usually try to salvage a project like this, but so it's kind of a first for me in that way. It doesn't really make sense to do what I'm doing right now, but I've kind of, I guess what I'm trying to say is I messed up my order of operations and I don't really know how to deal with that. And we're going to try the bent gouge. I think we're going to work on getting some more depth going. Yeah, because we got plenty of meat, plenty of direction to travel in. So we're going to go ahead and try to get that depth. You got any questions in the chat? Oh man, we're down to 7 people. I had like 100 and something people watching at one point. Definitely the carving, I kind of like doing the wood carving as opposed to like my blacksmithing stuff, just because it's less expensive for me to do. I don't know, it's calm, it's chill, it's good for the soul, but it does not seem to be as popular on YouTube. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not really doing this to be popular. I'm just kind of putting myself out there doing what I'd probably honestly be doing either way, to a degree. I don't know. It's a lot easier to justify making time for myself when I have other people I can, like, you know, entertain, hopefully. But yeah, it's coming along. It's getting a good depth again after our catastrophic failure, the initial carving. I got plenty of room to go out in every direction, so I think I'm going to do that. I think that's what I'm going to focus on tonight, is getting this, getting the capacity back on this thing. But yeah, it's like it's really easy to forget why I'm doing YouTube, because it's like it's really easy to this deer get caught up in the numbers, bro. This damn deer. It's easy to get caught up in the numbers because I'll like see the numbers go up of like subscribers and the number of like watchers go up on like on a live stream or something, and then it'll show me, like, my analytics will show me like, oh, this is how many views you had today, and it shows this like graph, and it's like really easy to be like, oh my god, my graph went down, you know, I had, you know, 17,000 views yesterday and today I only had like 50. And then be like, well, I have to do something. But I mean, honestly, it's like the whole reason I'm on YouTube is just for fun, just as a hobby. I don't believe that I can turn this into a career. The YouTube platform is not a great way to make a stable income anymore. It used to be. If I'd gotten into this, you know, 10 years ago, I probably would, I'd probably be able to do this as a living, but that is not the case. I've only been doing it 3 months, and I picked like one of the worst times to come in, because I don't know if I have any other content creators watching, but man, it's like I went from getting like 4,000 or 5,000 views a day to like 8. And it was because they changed something with the algorithm. Not 8,000 views, I mean like 8. Numbers will come. It's a good time chilling with you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of don't ever want to get too big, you know, because it's like it's really nice to like have these like chill little small groups where I can like individually reply to each thing, each message in chat, and, you know, I don't have to feel the pressure to be like super entertaining. I don't know. It's kind of like the difference between like, let's think of a good analogy. It's like the difference between having like dinner with a couple good friends versus like being at a party with like 5,000 people, you know? It's like I kind of prefer that intimate, for lack of better words, that smaller, like more personal relationship that I can have with some of like my regular viewers, like you, Zero Agenda. You've been here like since the beginning. I would say you're probably like one of my most consistent people. Oops. That engages with the channel, which is really awesome. I really appreciate that. But yeah, we're yeah, I think I have to remind myself that, you know, it's not about the numbers. It's about, you know, I kind of want to build a community online and everything. Welcome new people. Doing a little bit of carving a kuksa, a little cup bowl guy. It's gonna have be on a belt pouch, or on a belt. But yeah. There they go. It's so funny. It's really funny because like people will pop in just for a minute and then just dip out. One of my first videos was on my recommended page, which is awesome. It means that YouTube's like pushing my stuff a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. Oh. Ooh, good thing it's not as sharp as it could be. I almost just cut myself real bad. But yeah, she's coming along. I think I'm glad that I definitely tried to salvage this, because I mean it's not gonna be nearly as big as it was gonna be, but it'll definitely be functional as a little cup. Not necessarily a bowl, but I mean this will be a good little coffee cup, probably is what I'll use it for. I've been kind of entertaining the idea of making a lid for it too, just for fun, just because I've never done that. Have like a little flat lid that would basically like sit over the top of it. Actually, that piece would be like perfect for that. Sit out over the top of it so I can close it, and I would like make it like put a scoop in there too, so I could use it for like I don't know, put coffee in it, and then, you know, when I do my winter camping, which those videos are coming soon, keep an eye out for those. Really pumped to do some winter camping. But when I start doing that, it'll keep my coffee warm in the morning, or soup, or whatever I decide to put in there. I guess it'd be a bit small for soup, but and I'm not a big tea guy. I wish I was. There's so many teas out there. I haven't found one I really like. Hi there. Carving a kuksa. Little guy. Little cup with a handle. Goes on a belt. This was a much bigger one. I did my last live stream. Much larger kuksa. But we had a catastrophic failure due to user error. Some negligence on my part. Chopped it a little too hard and split. It was like this originally. And this side got split off, so I decided to try to salvage as much as I could from this side. Yeah, definitely adding some liquid capacity back in this thing. Were you able to save the kuksa into a scoop or anything? This is it. This is it's probably gonna be just a little mini kuksa. But, I mean, honestly, I really like the shape. It's not gonna be nearly as deep, but it'll be a good drinking cup, as opposed to like a bowl, which is where I like to use my kuksas for mostly. I've mostly eaten soup out of my other one. But yeah, this is it. I was doing spoons earlier, and I decided to come back and work on this, because I was going to see how many spoons I could carve before the sun went down, but I had my lovely wife decided to bring me a a charcuterie board. Oops, losing the tomatoes. And so I got a little distracted, honestly. Yeah, it's coming along. We're just trying to put some capacity back into it because it was pretty shallow, but there's a lot of meat still. So I think we'll be able to make a nice little drinking cup out of this. I don't think we'll get it done tonight, but I'm going to try to work on this cup. I'm going to try to get as much of this cup done as possible. Sorry you guys can't see very well. I need to figure out a better lighting system. It is almost quiet time in my town. Check, yeah. Well, no, I've got like an hour and 20 minutes until I have to call it quits, but I'll probably call it quits before that. Maybe. I don't know. Might be able to finish this in that time. I just can't do any like heavy chopping on the outside right now because I don't want to be rude to my neighbors. Which, like, this outside's very chunky. This whole thing's like half an inch thick. Whew. It's been really fun doing these live streams because I've been getting like, I have like regular viewers. People, it was funny because like for the most of this live stream I didn't have any of my regulars, and I was like, oh, I kind of miss Possum and Zero Agenda. Heather, you were here last one, but it's been kind of fun to see all the repeat people. I did have the Virginia Bushcrafter pop in a lot, but I don't know, I think he was at like a bushcraft convention or something. He has not been here for a couple of my live streams in a row. Yeah. You know, and this may be, who knows what I'll use this for. This could be a kuksa, it could be a little cup. I may make it into a little salt cellar for my house. Just keep salt in there and somewhere easy to grab a pinch from, throw a lid on it. So I actually may use this piece because I use it as an example, but it's literally like the perfect size. Definitely make a Discord sometimes. You know, I think I will. I mean, I don't like have a huge community or anything yet. Actually, I don't even know how many subscribers I'm up to. Last I checked, I think I checked it this morning, it was like 715. But yeah, I just worry about having to get like Discord moderators. I've been in Discords where like the moderators were jerks and like creeps. You know, the classic Discord moderator meme. You know, like, oh, hello, kitten. So you didn't message me when you entered the Discord. You know, people doing power trips. It's hard to find reliable people to do that. That are tech savvy enough to do that. But yeah, I'll work on that. I'm working on but what do you guys think of my new logo? Like my channel logo, because it was a picture of me originally, but I wanted something that just represented the channel instead of just myself, which, you know, I am the channel, but I wanted something that looked cool. I'm looking into selling like stickers and like patches and getting it embroidered on like hats and stuff. I just don't know if there's enough of a fandom. Not really that good at Reddit, but I'll be a mod if you need. Oh, that'd be really cool. And see, you're like one of the people who's been here alongside. Absolutely trust you to do that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll definitely do that. Thank you for volunteering for that. It really means a lot. That's really awesome. You like the new logo? Yeah, heck yeah. One of my friends made it. She's really talented. She's a graphic design artist, and she makes like websites and stuff. I don't know if she wanted to stay anonymous, so I won't like shout her out or anything, but yeah, she's definitely cool. I was very lucky to, because like I kind of had an idea what I wanted, I just don't have the skills to do that, really. I'm definitely not as tech savvy as I used to be. I spent like a long time not even messing with like computers or anything. I don't even have a home computer right now. It bit the dust. I mean, it was like a 8-year-old computer, but it bit the dust the other day. Actually, like a week before I started my YouTube channel. So everything I do on this channel goes through my phone, which has been fun. Actually, the other day when I did the giveaway for that spatula, I dropped my phone on pavement and it fell like perfectly face down and shattered my screen. I was gonna live stream yesterday, but I had to go get that fixed. I had insurance luckily, so I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket for it. I like the way this comes out like that. I think I'm going to leave a point on this one, like my first one. Man, this wood's just so hard. I'm going to start refining the outside a little bit. Sorry if I'm shaking the microphone. Man. I can just like, I can feel this like dulling my knives. Man, I need glasses, I think. My 8-year-old daughter teaches me how to use a computer. Yeah, I used to be pretty tech savvy. I mean, I do weird, like, little tech stuff. Like, I build, like, weird little computers called cyberdecks. Not really related to the channel, but... So it's like, I know hardware stuff. I can't... Like, the other day, I tried to... make it's a website called Printables. I was just trying to get some like merchandise with my logo out there, because I mean, if I like make $50 a month on there, you know, that's a lot of like my expenses for the channel taken care of right there. Plus I think the logo looks good, and plus I want some of the merch for myself. But man, I spent like, I don't know, several hours, probably 4 hours doing everything just to have it tell me that I'm just trying to find something where I could just, like Redbubble, you just submit your designs, they'll make it, print it, ship it, sell it. They just take a portion of it. Now that portion that they take, just happens to be like 90% of your profits. So you're really not making that much money at the end of the day with Redbubble. But I was trying to find something like that, and I thought Printable was the same way, but I got through the whole process just for them to tell me that, nope, it doesn't work that way, and then I'd have to buy each individual thing and then resell on my own shop, and it's like, I was trying to avoid that. I don't really have the money to invest in that as much as I would like that, because I really want like just some basic stuff, like a ball cap, a beanie, like a hoodie, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, a cool tumbler. I might just invest in a laser engraver for like the tumblers and stuff, but sharpening this up. dull them out a bit. Welcome, new people. Doing some carving in the dark at night. I'm making them at night. Just make a little kuksa, little cup. Using a special strop. It has like a curve in it for curved blades. Oh man. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh yeah, it's so much better. Holy crap. Okay. I think we're going to get a little bit more volume out of it. I'm going to try to move the bowl a little bit further to this way because we got a lot more room up here. And then I want to even this stuff out back here. I need to like come in and just scoop out all these bad chop marks. Oops. Yeah, I definitely want to come up here, bring this out a lot more up here. Yeah, I'm gonna clean that up. Getting dark, so it's like hard to see all my knives. Well, I mean, it's not getting dark, it is dark. Probably gonna call this a live stream here in a little bit. I might do I don't think there's much of a market for like my brand of stuff, but I might try to do a Kick stream or live stream on Kick, because my buddy was telling me you can potentially make a lot of money on there. And it's like, whereas this is, you know, me having a YouTube channel is definitely not about the money. I do know that my bank account has $7 in it right now. So I mean, anything that came in that was extra would be sunshine lollipops, as the children say. It would be pretty skippy riz. Let's see. I'm gonna sharpen this blade a bit. Did anyone see the Aurora Borealis the other day? I'm really bummed, but I could not see it. But it's pretty bright where I live, so I mean, it's pretty kind of what I expected. And it was cloudy too, so it was like, it just was not meant to be for me. Oh yeah, there we go. That's definitely nicer. Man, I really wish this, when I first started carving this, that had not broken the way that it did. Because, man, it was gorgeous. It was like perfect shaped bowl. You know, I should just be happy the way things turned out. They did. It could have been worse. Could have lost a finger. Alright, we're going to move some stuff around. Make it a little quieter. Smooth out with this axe some of these big choppy bits. Or I took big chunks out with the nata when I was chopping on it last time. I would have loved to see the Aurora Borealis, but I'm too far south. Yeah, I was in one of the spots where it was supposed to be really visible, but it just was not in the cards for me. I saw it last time. I mean, last time it was here, which, like, you know, I was always told that it would never happen here. And then they were like, oh, well, it's happening. You be real careful or else I can just blow out this entire side. But, last time it was here, it literally just looked like, I mean, like, it showed up really great on my camera. But in person, it just kind of looked like the nearby city had a lot of really colorful lights going. And so, like, the light, it looked like colorful light pollution. I didn't see any of the cool, like, banding or anything. People out here, my area, said that they could see that this time, but obviously not in my town. Plus, it's like every night that it happened, it was a work night for me, so it's like, I work 12-hour shifts, so it's like it's really hard for me to be like, wow, it's a really cool, like, once-in-a-lifetime event, but it's really hard to, like, do anything after a shift. That's why, like, every time I do one of these YouTube videos or live streams or anything, I only seen the Aurora one time and could barely see it. Yeah, I would love to see it. Like, I would love to go and, like, go to Norway or somewhere where they had the really, like, crazy extreme, you know, really cool, super bright Aurora Borealis. Because, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's like, I feel like that's something everyone should be able to see in their lifetime. I even had it, like, written down. I have, like, a physical, like, bucket list that I, like, wrote in high school, and that was on there. I don't feel like I should be able to cross it off, though, because, like, what I saw was just a little bit of tinge of color to the sky. I want to see, like, the full-on crazy-looking stuff. Need to get a good carving axe. Hi and welcome, Marcus Elliott. Northern Canada has some great showings of it. Yeah, I've heard that. I've thought about going up there. I have a friend in Canada. I have a couple Canadian friends. Find out what poutine is all about. Tim Hortons and such. Go see the Aurora Borealis. But it's like, that's the thing too, is like, you can go to those places, but there's no guarantee that you're going to see the Aurora Borealis. I think I want to, I'm going to do some coal rosing on this, which, like, I've just been really into lately because it's just a new skill I'm learning. But I want to put some sort of, like, rebirth symbolism on here because, I mean, this was, you know, a failed project that I just decided to, I was encouraged by my chat to continue pursuing, doing stuff with, and now it's going to be a whole little kuksa after all. I don't want to do a phoenix. I want to try to... Maybe I'll try to look in and see if I can find some, like, European rebirth symbols. I really like Norse symbolism. I really like old world symbols. Big into mythology and all that. Maybe I'll put like an image of Balder on it. Because in the myths, Balder dies and then comes back at the end of Ragnarok. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put an image of Balder. Oh, let's see. It's coming along, guys. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's coming along. All these like rough chops on the outside are driving me nuts. Especially like these steps here. Like that just looks so crappy. I'm gonna try to trim that down a bit. Sorry if I'm shaking you guys. Shouldn't be doing this at night. At night? You guys get that reference? SpongeBob. This is exactly how I broke the kuksa the first time. You know what? I busted out one of my little Viking saws. Poutine is delicious. You know, I hear that it is. I'd really like to try poutine. As a fat dude, I very much love food. I'm not like putting myself down saying I'm fat, so nobody be like, well, you're not fat. No, I'm definitely fat. But, you know, I'm not like I'm not having a pity party about it. I am merely stating a fact. Oh, man. This saw is definitely working a lot better. Hang this over the edge. Ooh. Right there, man. It's that chunk of that really hard wood. There we go. That looks a lot better up front. I think I'm also going to make a bit of a stop cut back here. Just a little one. This saw is really nice. I call it a Viking saw, but it's something I got at a Viking reenactment event. But I think it's literally just a Sawzall with the paint stripped off and a handle welded to it. But man, it's been nice. It's a nice little piece of kit. I need to make a I don't know what they're called. Not a sawhorse. It's like a little thing. It's basically you take a log and you cut like a square out of it. I've been wearing you cut a square out of it and you put wedges in so you can block a piece in. I need to make something like that. Whew. 10 people watching, yeah. We definitely lost some viewers. I don't know if it's just that people have better things to do on a Saturday night, or if I'm just being boring. I don't know. I don't think these are quite as entertaining as the blacksmithing live streams, but like I said, I'm I'm a little too low on gas and a little too low on funds to get more gas right now. Not to be like boo-hooing about my money situation, but I'm not really. I know what it is. It's not in the cards right now. Oops. Whew. Take some really nice, light, controlled chops. Try to smooth out these rough spots. Yeah, I bet I could probably just put some pressure on there. Make some nice slices with this Japanese nata. It's actually working really nice. I like this thing more and more the more I use it. I love Greek mythology. Yeah, I like Greek mythology, Norse mythology, Celtic mythology. I used to be obsessed with Egypt, but I don't know the mythology as well anymore. She's coming along. My daughter is, uh-oh, my battery's about to die on my microphone. The first time. Yeah, it's red. Looks red. Yeah. Hold on just a second. What do you use for gas? I use propane. I've got tanks, I just need to refill them. Oh. Can you guys hear me? Robert Stobbart, can you hear me with this mic change? But yeah, I buy those. It's like the propane tanks from the gas station. You have filled tanks I can use. Well, I don't want to take your gas. I just have to wait. I just had a really bad check this time, honestly. Because it was like I had like a 2-day work week. And so my check was really small. So it'll be fine, but just gonna have to wait. Yeah, good, loud and clear, sweet. Appreciate you letting me know. There was one live chat I did where I was like, because I had problems in the beginning of the live stream, no one could hear me. It turned out one of my mics just my mic just was not connecting for some reason, and I was asking people. I was like, "Can you guys hear me?" And someone was like, "Yeah." Cool. And I was like, "Oh, cool." But they weren't talking to me. They could not hear me. I think they were talking amongst themselves. And so I like sat and talked for like 5 minutes and no one could hear me. And someone was like, "I can't hear you." I mean, if you're wanting to get rid of some propane accessories, I'll gladly take them off your hands. But I've got some projects I would like to finish. That would be really cool. Maybe. Are you at work? Isn't the weekend? Or do you work? No, never mind. You're not at work yet. That's right. Yeah, no, for sure. Maybe I'll swing by and grab those at some point. That would be really cool. I appreciate it, man. I'll give you a shout out for donating to the channel. She's coming along. I don't like how this like is so weirdly shaped there. I'm gonna thin this out anyway, so. Got a mark from the ads. Ah. Let's see, oh, I got a whole bunch of messages. Okay. Gotcha. Would I be able to maybe stop by tomorrow? Before, well, I don't know, because I would want to do a live stream during the day, but I mean, I guess I can wait till my next day's off. My work schedule is weird because I'll have like 4 days off in a row 1 week, and then I'll like work a weekend for 2 weeks in a row, and then I'll work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, it's weird. My schedule's weird. And that's why my uploads on YouTube are so intermittent. Hi, welcome. Bud Herman. Welcome to the live stream. We're just carving a little bit of, doing some calm carving and candlelight. Carving a little kuksa. Kuksa calm carving and candlelight. Yeah, you can stop by whenever. Heather said you can come by and get them tonight if you want. I'd have to check, make sure my wife's doing okay, because she's been in with the kids. I don't want to leave her high and dry, because babies can be stressful. Kids can definitely be stressful, especially our kids. My daughter is a little monster and I love her. We used to call her, before she started walking, we used to call her the crawling chaos. And she's only gotten more chaotic. I'm liking that shape. I have a lot of real estate up here, so I think I'm going to move this back a little bit more. But I'm going to leave this for coal rosing. Never cut towards yourself, young man. Well, it's okay if you do it certain ways, like doing it like this. I have my finger on the other side of the workpiece, so there's no way I can cut myself. Plus, I'm not pulling, I'm using my finger as a lever. So it is okay sometimes. You just have to have the proper technique, but I appreciate it. Lever cuts are fine. It's like with this, there's no way I can cut myself at all. No way at all. Ah, my finger. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, there's no way. Even if I mean, it's basically the same as doing this, but I just get a little bit more control the other way. I do want to address the weird shape of the bottom of this. This comes out too far up there. Yeah, I've definitely cut myself a lot. Enough times to kind of learn what I can and can't get away with. Within every failure lives a lesson. Something I believe in. My finger. No, definitely not. Bleeding everywhere. You know, it's funny because like my mentality's changed on some things. Like, if I ever like did cut myself on like a live stream or on YouTube or whatever, my first priority would be like, oh, let me teach you guys how to do that, because it's like that's really what I want my channel to be, is like edutainment. Like teach you guys how to like deal with stuff. Like I'm gonna do what to do and what not to do when you get bit by a venomous snake, or I guess any snake in general. But I want to do a video on that. I haven't been able to get out and go do that. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about what to do when you get bit by a snake. Like dangerous misconceptions. Like sucking the venom out, that's not a thing. That's not a thing at all. And it's silly, because like they even sell kits for that, for sucking the venom out. But like that's not a thing. That hasn't, like, they figured out pretty quickly that that's not a thing at all. Which, like, you know, like growing up, that's always what you heard. Some people say, oh, you cut a slit and then you can drain the venom out that way, but it's like both of those things will make it worse. It's like if you get bit by a snake, it's like getting stabbed by a hyperbolic needle. Wait, hyperbolic? No. Hydrodermic? No. What's the word? Something dermic. Subdermic, no. That's gonna drive me nuts. Does anyone in chat know what that's called? Hey, welcome back, Bosom. But, hypodermic? Hypodermic. Hypodermic? Hypodermic needle? Is that right? I don't know. But yeah, you don't suck the venom out of snake bites. You don't cut it to leak the snake venom out. It's like there's so many misconceptions about it. So I want to do a video. But yeah, it's like that's the whole goal of my channel, is I want to be like part education, part entertainment. You seem irritated. I couldn't remember the word. Hypodermic was the word. I was getting flustered. But nothing serious, nothing important. Doing some little shallow cuts. Oh yeah, I guess I should show you. We're making a lot of progress on this little kuksa. Looking good. I'm gonna have to go soon because it's getting pretty late. It even sits. Wow. Oh. I'm gonna have to definitely. I left some meat on the bottom so I can flatten that a bit more. I typically will, it's like the only time I'll use a belt sander for like wood projects, is when I need to make something really flat, like the bottom of a kuksa or bowl. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go soon here, because we're getting to the time where we're supposed to be quiet in my town, or else the monster. I have one rule in my hometown, and then you're not allowed to make noise after 7 o'clock. Just kidding, we have lots of stupid city ordinances. But yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to call her quits soon. Everyone's favorite song. Oh, the second I say something, of course it stops. I've never really done this way. Ooh. Well, that'd be why. Kind of blowing out the whole other side when I do that. That's one thing that sucks about working on kuksas. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, it is looking pretty good. It's definitely smaller than I wanted it to be, but I'm really liking it. I appreciate you guys talking me into not giving up on this. I liked the idea of a like a spoon holder. I like the idea of that, but I think this is more in line with what I originally wanted to do. I think I will kind of trim in a little bit right here. Still need to even that out a bit. My ADD's bouncing from spot to spot. Like, well, I need to work on this. Well, actually, I also need to work on this. Well, I need to work on this too. I think that's just about good. Need to chase that a little bit more. Seeing I'm another safe way to cut towards yourself is, I call it a little, like a mini slice. Basically what I'll do is I'll brace the material, I'll put the blade on, and then I'll pull this way as I'm like pulling the blade, but it won't slip or anything. There's no real way to slip and get yourself. Same with thumb pushes like that. Oh, I accidentally carved like a weird little fish mouth on there. Put a chamfer on that. Up here. Put a chamfer on that. Do you guys, everyone who's watching, well, I guess I don't know if you guys have seen my blacksmithing stuff. I think a lot of you guys, except for Zero Agenda, which I don't even know if Zero's here anymore. I usually do my blacksmithing streams. I mean, like, I save them to the channel and everything. But I don't think a lot of people like go and sit and watch that, because it kind of defeats the purpose of a live stream, especially if you're in the chat. Like, because if you're someone who will like talk to the person, and it's like, that's one thing I do like to always make sure I try to do, is talk to the people that are in my chat, because that's kind of like the whole benefit of a live chat, is like being able to chat live, you know. So I don't think, I mean, because I get, I accidentally got that chunk of wood in my candle, so now it's got a second wick. A wood wick. Oh, it's making it a little bit brighter, actually. Oh, now it's getting dull. Try to smooth out the top of this, make it level. I have to move this piece of wood. What are you cooking, Zero? Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you guys prefer? Do you like? I mean, the blacksmithing stuff's more. I feel like it's more entertaining, but I really like how much attention I can give chat when I'm doing the woodworking. Because you know, I'm sitting here like when I'm doing the blacksmithing, it's like loud, and I have to like come in real close. It was a wood wick. It's getting pretty thin right there. Not too thin. Do some little lever cuts. Try to smooth her out a bit. This food I need to eat. I am not really bad about not eating. I know I don't look like it, but hard to stay hydrated and hard to stay fed on my days off. I'm just so busy doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Making meatloaf. Top secret ingredient is shredded carrots mixed in. You never know they're even there. Huh. Interesting. I've never... Maybe I have had that and I just didn't know. Bum, bum, bum. That's interesting. I bet that would keep the meatloaf really moist. Give it that nice little bit of sweetness. Complement the meatloaf sauce really well. The deer back. Okay, they're not coming this way. They're going through my backyard. Dang. I was hoping to try to catch a video of them running by my work area. They're running from something. Alright, you have a good one. Have a good night at work, bud. I'll let her know. I probably won't be able to stop by tonight. I could stop by tomorrow. Just depends. I never know what I got going on until the morning of. I appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate the gas donation to the channel. Yeah, you have a good night, man. Don't work too hard. Yeah, I'm really liking the way this is turning out. It's a really nice handle right there. I want to transition this a bit more. Maybe I'll use this because this does look a lot like a noggin. I am making a kuksa or a noggin. Just a little, I'll put a hole through here and I'll put like a leather cord with like a chunk of antler or a chunk of wood so it'll slip under your belt. Hold there. But I do a lot of bushcraft outdoor stuff, so this was originally a much bigger one. It's like twice the size, but I broke it. I was just last stream I was able to salvage it, make this little mini one. It might just be like a salt cellar or something though. Have not decided. Yeah, still drinking cup basically. How long does it usually take to make a kuksa? It depends. Honestly, this would have been done by now. Give me a second. This one would have been done by now, but you know, the original kuksa. Excuse me. But I had to, like, you know, you were there. I had to figure out how to, you know, try to salvage it as much as possible, and that's definitely taken a lot longer. But I can usually knock a kuksa out in about 4 or 5 hours. This one's right about that. Well, I'd say it's been less than 5 hours since I started it, because my last live stream where I started it was like, I don't know, I think 2 hours long. This one's sitting at about 3. But both of those, I only worked on it for part of the stream, because this stream started off as a spoon carving stream, and I decided to, once it got too dark, just to work on this. I did knock out another little pocket spoon. That little guy, I gotta clean him up, and then I got this guy done too, almost. I gotta work on him too, clean it up, but I gotta put those in the wood chips so they don't crack while they're drying out. Excuse me. Where's my mic? Oh, I dropped my little fluffy thing. Dang it. Irritating. I need to invest in a, oh geez, a little bit better of a mic. This one works okay. It just, sorry for the noise. Apologies. But yeah, it works okay. It's just not the best. There's like no settings I can even change on it. Which is part of the reason I bought it, because I thought there was like settings I could change with, like, you know, noise cancellation in the background, and you know, that would make a big difference for my blacksmithing live streams. Yeah, this one is super special. Well, this one has a story now. You know, it was reborn. The Balder Kuksa. Kind of region appropriate even. You hear me just fine. Cool. Yeah, these quiet, like, carving streams are definitely where this mic shines. But it's like, this is only part, that's only part of my channel. I do like blacksmithing stuff, I do outdoor stuff. Both of them, it works okay for that other stuff, but it's definitely better not having it. But like for my blacksmithing streams, my forge is pretty loud, plus like the hammering and all that. It's a really beautiful night. I hear some bugs, which I'm really surprised about, because we've already dropped below freezing a couple times. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. I got harassed by a swarm of mosquitoes again today. Yeah, you're in the right place. You should check out some of my like regular like long form videos. Even my shorts, I have like outdoor tips and like gear I suggest. This is one of them, the Condor Indigenous Puko. Really great for carving and general bushcraft use. But yeah, we're I don't know, I just kind of do what I want to do in the day, honestly. It's like this YouTube channel is just an excuse for me to go and do stuff. I have a really hard time dedicating time to myself because I always feel like I'm being selfish if I make time to do. I know that's not right, but I don't know. I'm sure there's like some statement about how society like wants you to always be productive in there or something, but yeah, it's been really nice. I think we're just about done for tonight. I'm getting pretty... You and your wife enjoy camping? I love camping. My wife is she's an indoor person. She's an inside wife, as I like to say. You know, it's like we have other stuff in common, so it's like, you know, outdoors is big for me, not so much for her. But we have other interests and stuff that draw us together. We don't have to share every single interest. That was something I struggled with actually in the beginning of our relationship, because it's like, oh, I love the outdoors, and that's like a huge part of my personality and my interests. And, you know, I kind of believe in the connection to the land is an important thing, and she's just not that way. And you know, it was kind of hard to accept at first, but you know, we have plenty of other interests in common that work out for us. You feel the same way. It's hard to justify taking time for yourself. And it's like, it really is important too. Like, it really is. Like, I think we all need to get over that and just you know, it's not selfish to get out and do things for yourself, and I hate that we're like conditioned to think that way. I want to get rid of this big bump here. Really awkward looking. But yeah, we need to get over that conditioning. I would love for this channel to take off and like for me to be able to do this full time. I don't see that happening. I'm not going to say it won't happen. You know, because I mean, I have some pretty good channel growth, because my channel is only like 3 months old, and a whole month of that I was gone, but I've still got like, you know, quite a few subscribers, 700 and something, and my channel's got like, I don't know, like 150,000 views. Some of my videos, I mean, like these live streams usually get like 15,000 views. So it's like, by the numbers, I'm doing all right on this channel. But, I don't know, the environment on YouTube is kind of wonky right now, so it's hard to, even if I did become like successful enough on here, unless I'm like making millions of dollars, which like, I'm a niche creator, you know, I do outdoor stuff. And even within that outdoor stuff, I do, you know, blacksmithing, I do wood carving, I do leather working. So I'm a pretty niche creator, so there's not a whole lot of market for that. And the whole outdoor thing is popular, but like, unless you're Outdoor Boys, who I think is literally the highest grossing bushcraft outdoor YouTuber, which actually he does a lot of the same stuff as me, actually. And I'm thinking about, or I do a lot of the same stuff as him, rather, or he used to, but because he did blacksmithing stuff too and all that. I think he's made knives. He does like the extreme cold stuff, which like I always make it a point to go camping on the coldest night of the year, or the worst night of the year. just to test myself. Excited for that to be a video. Provided I can get off work. Life and responsibility get in the way. Absolutely. Love hiking with my dog, Tucker. Heck yeah. Dogs are awesome. I miss my dogs. Yeah, that was another reason because there was like a period of time, there was like a couple years where I didn't really get to go outside. Not only because I felt guilty for making time for myself, but I just had no one to go with. Honestly. And it's like, I don't know. It's really easy to talk yourself out of doing stuff, especially when it's just you. Especially when, like I've had some spooky stuff happen to me in the woods. I actually made a video about that right around Halloween, about some of my spooky wood stories. But yeah, so, I mean, I don't mind going out in the woods by myself. It's less fun. I mean, it's better to share the beauty of the wilderness with people who are also out there to appreciate it. Have you tried basket weaving with vines? I tried once. I actually have a bunch of saplings here in my yard, and it's an invasive species of honeysuckle, Asiatic honeysuckle, which I haven't looked into it, but I'm pretty sure I can make baskets out of it. So that'll be a future video for sure. Me trying to do that, because I kind of don't want to look it up. Because, you know, on my channel, I'm really about authenticity. Part of that is posting your failures along with your successes. Like, I had a video where I tried to forge in a BioLite stove, which is just like a little electric stove that makes electricity, that has a little fan that blows in there. I put charcoal in it, and I tried it out. It almost worked, but it didn't work. But, you know, I still posted that failure because it was an experiment. And it's like these live streams, it's like my last couple, I would say, have been pretty big failures on the projects I was trying to create as I'm working on the bit that did succeed come out of my last one. But yeah, I'm definitely not afraid to share my failures. My daughter's like, a mini-me's are always outside nature, and that's awesome. Tried last year and really enjoyed making them, even though it's a lot of work. I use Virginia Creeper. Oh, I have Virginia Creeper here. I'll have to try that out. I think I have actually some in my backyard growing right now. Well, not right now, because everything's starting to die back for winter, but my yard's pretty overgrown. When I moved into this yard, this place was pretty overgrown. It's just been like a nightmare trying to keep up on it. Really hard to set the time aside to work, you know, like 12 hours to just cut back stuff that I know is going to be back next spring. I've got some really fast growing stuff, mostly the Asiatic honeysuckle, which, like, you pretty much have to dig up the roots and then like burn the spot or else it'll come back. It's like kudzu. It sucks. Definitely getting there. I'm liking it. It's a little quirky, but it's definitely a kuksa. Or a noggin, you know, whatever. Slurp, slurp. Oh, man. Starting to need a smaller knife. I happen to have one right here. One of the little guys I carved. Or carved. I forged. Huh. Now this side has this big chunk where the original kuksa was. I was going to try to leave that, but I really hate how much higher this is than that side. One time I tried to defeat poison ivy with fire. My eyes got the fumes. Hurt like crazy. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's I can't even imagine. That feels like, seems like it'd be a hospital visit. Not to mention your lungs, man. I know my brother-in-law burned a tree. I think it had poison sumac or something. Poison ivy or poison oak or something on it. But I think he might have had to go to the hospital. I don't know. Yeah, that looks much better. I do want to leave a little bit of that lip there, just because it's part of the story of this workpiece. Part of the story of the kuksa. But yeah, my dad's like super allergic to poison ivy. That's part of the reason. It's like growing up, our yard had a lot of poison ivy. Because he couldn't clear it out. I mean, like, he has to go to the hospital. If he even, like, if he's mowing and it's like really windy out, he'll get hit somehow with it. And he usually has to go to the hospital, get like steroid shots. I'm glad I'm not like allergic to it or anything. Seeing a lot of people are too busy. Often don't like outdoor activities anymore. I have to go by myself with my dog. My father has been a hunter. Excellent tanning deer skin. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. People just don't like going outside. And it's like, I only have a couple of outdoor friends. We've got cameraman Joey, my brother-in-law's brothers-in-law. Yeah, they're outdoor people, but it's like if they're busy, I pretty much don't have anyone to go with. But now, it's like I have YouTube, so I can kind of feel like there's someone with me. It makes it a little bit more fun to go out. A little bit more of a motivation. You know? It's like going to the gym. It's always better when you have a buddy at the gym. Plus, it's like being an adult and everything. It can be really hard to plan stuff out with people. You know, conflicting work schedules, and you know, a lot of people my age, my friends, have kids, and I mean, I have kids, so that makes everything a little bit harder. I'm excited for them to be old enough to go out with me. If they want. I'm not going to force them after a certain point, but I'll definitely make them go out. Definitely don't want my kids to turn into iPad kids. Oh man, I'm getting stiff. I've been sitting for like 3 hours. Hunching over, working on this little guy. Kind of put a little notch in the top there. I think I'm going to do that on the other side a little bit more. Get her going, but I think I'm getting pretty stiff from sitting here, and I got to pack up all my stuff, but I feel like we're at a really good spot to stop. I've only got like maybe one more carving session left on this guy. But it's definitely a far cry from what it was. I'm going to do a little bit more carving just because I can't leave well enough alone. That way I can say bye to you guys properly. Let's see, anyone have any questions? The coyote pelt, are you getting? Is it already tanned? Or are you doing it yourself? It's already tanned. It was something my brother-in-law had gotten at some market or meetup or rendezvous or something or he had gotten it. And yeah, I actually already have it technically. I mean, he already gave it to me, which is why I want to, make him a kuksa. Well, I've been trying to do it so much, I don't think he'll want this one. I'm gonna offer it to him, but it's pretty small. It's definitely a smaller one. I think this would be about like a cup of water. So I'm gonna see if he wants it. If he doesn't, I'm gonna just use it. But tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a live stream where I'm going to absolutely, even if I have to cut down the mulberry tree in my yard that I need to cut down, I'm going to 100% get a good sized kuksa done tomorrow. Nice chatting. Take care as long as you do things that make you happy. Bye for now. Yeah, for sure. It's all about things that make you happy. But yeah, I'm for sure gonna be doing, as long as I don't have anything going on that'll keep me from live streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna, sorry, it sounded like someone pulled in my driveway for a second. But yeah, as long as I don't have anything going on tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing another live stream. I'm gonna carve a kuksa, period. Kuksa for him, because he already gave me the coyote pelt, so I'll show that. But yeah, it's already tanned, it's case hide. Perfect kid size one if your kids are out with you. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. My daughter's still a little bit young. She's almost 2. But that might be something I hold on to for her. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. It's a good idea. Man, I kind of want to make my kids like a whole little set now. My son's not even 2 months old yet, so I mean he doesn't know what's going on yet, but maybe I'll carve something for them. That's a good idea. Appreciate that. Thanks, Heather. I know a lot of Heathers. One of my roommates was actually, I've had 2 Heather roommates. You guys are... It kind of looks like a dinosaur head. From this side, or like a snake or something. The way I'm like kind of carving this little, going from that flat to there, but I kind of like the way that looks. I usually wouldn't do that, but I don't remember what I was talking about at all. Wow, yep, that thought was gone. Yeah, I plan on it's like one thing, I'm very much into passing on my skills, when it comes to the outdoor stuff, which is another reason I kind of made the channel too. It's like, I will probably like make knives and stuff for my kids for when they're old enough. I didn't think about other stuff. Sometimes I forget that I do other stuff. Sometimes it's really easy to be like, oh yeah, I'm a knife maker. And not think about, the leather work, the woodwork, all the other junk I do, casting. Maybe I'll make like a little like bushcrafty hook chest. That'd be kind of cool, especially if like, God forbid, something happened to me before my kids are old enough, leave them something behind that's, really personal and really unique. I don't think that'll happen, but I don't think anyone expects like anything like that to happen. Realistically. that's just how life be. You know, freak accidents happen and all kinds of stuff happens out there. You know, I could get hit by a toilet falling out of a space station, you know, tomorrow, 5 seconds from now. I think too many people fear death. Not to get like too existential in this wood carving thing, but you know, I think people forget death is as much a part of life as life itself, really. Grappling with mortality is just something we're kind of programmed to not want to do societally, you know. You hear it in like the language and how people talk. They say, oh, well, such and such passed away. It's like we have an aversion to the whole concept of mortality. I'm very much a memento mori guy. In fact, let's see. Oh no. Memento mori. I carry this little silver coin that I made. It says memento mori on one side. Memento vivere. Remember, memento mori, remember that you will die. Memento mori, or memento vivere, remember to live. It's important to always live for the day, because yesterday is dead and tomorrow may never come. This is a wood carving live stream. What am I doing? Oh, you guys are talking to me in the chat. My bad, I've been rambling. You guys. You're welcome. Heathers are pretty great usually. That's pretty cool. Dino head kuksa. Did you know? Dragon won't explode, but a dynamite. That's funny. Since I had brain surgery, my life has been changed in a lot of ways. But in a lot of ways for good. Well, that's good. That's good. It's good that you had a positive outcome from a pretty bad situation. It's pretty scary stuff. I'm not much for doctors myself. Like I do not like hospitals and doctors. I think they're very important. I do not personally like them for me. But I've also been like too poor most of my life to afford insurance, so I've taken care of stuff by myself. And my limited run-ins with doctors have been pretty abysmal. Story time. I'm gonna rant about doctors now. I said I was leaving, but I lied. So when I lived in North Carolina, our dog got into kudzu vines, which are really prolific vines down in the south. They're called the vine that ate the south. I think they're from Asia, but they came in and completely took over certain areas. And really hard to kill, but our dog got ringworm and gave the whole family ringworm. And because of the way my insurance was and my sister's insurance was, I was living with my sister at the time. They went into the doctors and I had to go separately. I was in the room next to them. They all got diagnosed with ringworm. We are all living in the same house. Ringworm's extremely contagious. So I did my best, but to stay away from them. But we all got it. I got a spot on my arm, and I had scratched it in my sleep the night before. But I mean, I like looked up, you know, like it looked exactly like their spots. I looked it up online. And I went in, and my sister texted me, and she was like, yep, got ringworm. He's coming over to look at you now. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I told him, I was like, hey, I probably got ringworm. He's like, yeah, you don't have ringworm. And I was like, you just diagnosed my whole family with ringworm. And I was like, And he's like, no, it's definitely not ringworm. That's a mosquito bite. I'm like, okay, bud. And he's like, well, if you insist that it's ringworm, here's this $125 skin cream that if you put it on and you go into the sun, it'll burn your skin. And so he like threw the most expensive, most powerful antifungal, because ringworm isn't actually a ring or worms, it's a fungus infection. So he just threw that at me to shut me up and basically be like kind of rude to me, I guess. So I mean, I just used some of their kuksa or whatever it's called, and I mean, I took care of it. I got another spot, so I did get confirmed that it was 100% ringworm. But yeah, that, and it's like, so I when I was younger, well, let me check the chat and make sure I'm not just rambling on. Okay, cool. But yeah, when I was younger, I dealt with like kidney issues, and I would get bad kidney infections. And it's like, it started in middle school, and then just kept happening until I was about like 20. And so, you know, I had about like 5 or 6, and I knew, I was like, okay, well, I'm allergic to penicillin, so I get cephalexin, and I usually get it for this many days. And I went into the ER because I had another kidney infection, and it had gotten out of control. I could usually take care of it by myself, but this time I could not shake it. And I went into the ER because I spiked like a super high fever, and like I was like, you know, it's maybe TMI, but I was like peeing blood. And I was like, hey, I have a kidney infection. I usually get this for it. And yeah, it's like, this is a normal thing, is a recurring issue. And the ER doctor was like, yeah, that's not what you have. You don't have that. I was like, I do. This is like, I've had this several times. And he's like, no, that's statistically unlikely. And he's like, only 0.1% of men in your age group with something are able to get kidney infections. So there's no way it's a kidney infection. I was like, okay, I've been dealing with them since middle school. I know what it feels like. I mean, this is a reoccurring thing. You can check my like medical history. I was like, the only reason I'm here is because I didn't have a doctor at the time, like a normal doctor, like, I don't know, general practice or whatever they're called. I didn't have like a family doctor to go to or anything, and I usually would knock it out with flush with a lot of water and some no sugar added cranberry juice, which tastes awful. Oh, hey, welcome back, St. Louis, Brit. But yeah, I like went in there and he was like, no, that's not what it is. And then he ran an STD panel on me. He did a drug test on me. He gave me like 5 other tests, and then like some random like Middle Eastern disease. So anyway, he ran all these tests in the ER, and I was there for like, I don't know, 10 hours, you know, feeling like crap. They gave me stuff to like take care of my fever. But he finally like ran the final test on me. He's like, well, surprisingly, you were right. It was a kidney infection. I was like, it's not surprising. I told you. I came in and told you exactly what it was. And I just couldn't kick it this time before I needed to be, you know, hospitalized. And he's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, here's your prescription, just like you said, cephalexin for, I think it's like 12 days, this many milligrams. I was like, yeah, that's what I told you. And then I got the bill for like $15,000. And yeah, I was like, I called up the hospital. I'm like, I'm absolutely not paying this, because I told you guys what it was. And the doctor insisted on running all these tests. And then turned out I got really lucky, because it turns out that doctor did that all the time, and I guess he was getting sued for medical malpractice. So a lot of the really egregious hospital bills like that he had helped produce went away, and I didn't have to pay anything. But yeah, I don't like doctors for those reasons. Those were like my last 2 visits. I don't know, it's just the fact that doctors, like, they assume just because they went to medical school that they, like, know your body better than you. And all that. Plus, like, doctors, like, if you look into their life expectancy is like 64 years old. You should have been paid for those tests. Yeah, I don't know. You paid for it. Sounds like LOL, yeah. Yeah, I think he was in the news in our area. I mean, this was back in like 2013, but yeah, he definitely was not a good guy. I know all doctors aren't like that, but it's like those couple of situations that just left such bad taste in my mouth when it comes to doctors. And plus, it's like, you know, being poor, you kind of learn to take care of yourself and like how to deal with most stuff. And it's like I have a little bit of medical training because I did a little bit of survival instruction, and part of that was we had to learn like combat medicine and all that basic first aid. I mean, I've been like CPR certified like, I don't know, several times. But I learned like basic first aid over the years, wound care, a lot of natural medicine from like plants and stuff. Like obviously that's not always going to work, but it works most of the times. It works enough for me to have, knock on wood, not having to go to the hospital or doctor for like a long time. Happens non-stop around here. Just so it up, yeah, no, for real. It is, it's a big problem in our area. I mean, I'm like an hour from you, so yeah. One of the top. Oh yeah, overprescribing of opioids. I mean, our millennials are like facing the, you know, opioid crisis and everything. I don't know, I'm kind of doing like a weird nubbin on this tip here. I don't know if I'll keep that, but that's kind of how it's shaping up right now. I kind of like it. I want it to come to more of a point, but yeah, not big on doctors, personally. The only times I've gone to the doctor recently, I got injured at work and had to go there. I wouldn't have gone, but I was on a forklift pulling out of backing out of a truck, and the dock plate raised up, and I slammed into that dock plate, and it was just like a dead stop. Well, I had my, like, I was turned 90 degrees looking back as I backed up, and it I wouldn't have said anything or done anything, but I, what did they say? They said that I pinched, I mean, it was all covered with workers' comp too, so they said that I pinched my, my sciatic nerve, and like my whole leg went numb. It was like burning and like numb, and I had inflamed my sciatica, or my sciatic nerve with that accident. Yeah, kind of like this little tip. Kind of reminds me of an acorn. Kind of like a second handle, yeah. Got to Ron, family just got home. See you next time. See you, Zero. Have a good night. Doing any hunting this weekend? Not this weekend. I might be doing a little bit of hunting in December. I've got a trip planned with a friend. His coworker has invited us to his property. He watches the YouTube channel too, I think. But he invited me to go out there. I have to get my hunting license renewed and all that. Am I slapping the mic? But yeah, I need to get all that updated, and I do not have a hunting rifle anymore. I have other stuff, other guns, but they're not proper for deer hunting. So I need to do that, but because I mean putting some meat in the freezer sounds really nice. But I haven't been able to go hunting in years, sadly. I mean, I mostly haven't had a spot to hunt also. Because, like, there's public places where you can hunt here, like public hunting ground, and conservation areas that are for hunting. But they all kind of suck, 'cause that's where a lot of people go who don't have hunting spots, and they don't, like, have good etiquette or good safety practice when it comes to hunting. Like, I went out one year, I was just in a conservation area for other reasons, just out there, you know, out in the woods and everything, and I actually I totally spaced on hunting season. I was just out there, I think I was getting mushrooms or something, and almost got shot. I mean, that was on me mostly for not knowing it was hunting season, but also it's like, I don't know. Definitely some unsafe people out here. People who try to hunt from their cars here too. Run into those. Okay, cool. Oh man. I need to stop leaning forward like that for a little bit. I keep saying I'm gonna leave, and I need to, but man, it's like I'm making so much progress on this kuksa. I do need to hop off. It's past, it's like starting to get into quiet time, city ordinance stuff. But man, I'm so close to finishing this kuksa. Starting to look so good. That's cool. Is it? Yeah, I need to definitely flatten out that bottom a little bit, but I got like a 1/2 inch to work with. But yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off, guys. I got all this stuff to pick up. Gotta check on my wife, make sure she's doing okay with the kiddos. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming out. Oh, here, hold on. There we go. I really appreciate. Not very reliable lighting. Oh, my voice cracked all the way back to high school. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming out, hanging out with me. I mean, there's only 4 people here right now, but you know, I appreciate you guys being here anyway. Appreciate you chilling with me while I do a little bit of carving. But yeah, as always, get out in the woods, stay safe, and see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there. Oh, shit.